very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Vice President. First of all, Mr. Vice President, let me remind the goodly senator that I have been a member of the Parliament of Trinidad and Tobago since 1991, or perhaps 1992. And I don't think there's anybody who could say that I have not served this country and this Parliament in a decent, responsible, and respectful manner. Okay? Yeah, but so you don't need to school me on how I should respond. In addition to that, I'm not going back to what happened, but this particular member of Parliament has been here for quite some time. We know exactly what we're doing. Let me also say that, Mr. President, Mr. Vice President, this motion is founded on an incorrect premise. First of all, it is wholly incorrect, it is wholly unfounded, it is without basis in fact that anybody has said that Sandals is going to be built on no man's land. Nobody has said that. No, the motion says the failure of the government to address the environmental concerns associated with locating the Tobago Sandals in or near the no man's land area. Nobody has said that. Neither the Sandals people or the government of Trinidad and Tobago have said that. So this motion is founded on a totally incorrect
as usual
premise. First of all, let me say that. Let me also say that, Mr. Vice President, it is passing strange that a party, when in government, went to the Eddie Hart ground and tried to build a sporting complex on an aquifer without any reference to the people of the area or to the environmental concerns that were raised, is now so very concerned about environmental issues, Mr. Vice President. The current opposition, the UNC. And Mr. Vice President, may I also bring to the attention of the goodly senator that the people of that area who use the Eddie Hart Savannah had to go to the court of Trinidad and Tobago to prevent the Minister of Planning and the Minister of Sport and Youth Affairs.
What government is that?
The UNC government, the last government, had to go to the court to prevent the construction of a sporting complex on an established aquifer. So it's passing strange that suddenly you understand what people need and what people want. May I also remind the goodly senator, Mr. Vice President, that when SIS was building, you want me to continue? When SIS was constructing the Point Fortin Highway, it was the current member for Oropouche East who, when people were protesting, said that we should move them like a bag of aloo.
That's right.
Suddenly, you all have care and concern for people who are protesting because of environmental issues.
We want to move the Murtis.
Madam, Mr. Vice President, let me remind the goodly senator that it was, that when Dr. Kublal Singh was holding his fasting because of the same highway, your party denigrated. You did denigrate Dr. Kublal Singh on a daily basis, So it is amazing to us on this side that suddenly you have care and concern for people who have environmental issues. Let me also remind you that for the 5 years that you were in government, the IMA was not allowed to do the state of the environmental, the state of the environment report because you never provided the opportunity or the ability for them to do it. As soon as we came into government, we gave them what they needed to prepare that report, and it has been prepared. Let me also say that the EMA was also stymied in the work that they had to do. Yes, it was stymied in the work that they had to do. Let me say for the record that in relation to environmental issues, it is the PNM in government in 2005 that went to Ramsar and asked for that very area, Buku, the Golden Grove estate, to be declared an environmentally sensitive area. And there is no way, Mr. Vice President, that the PNM in government will allow anything to take place in an area that is environmentally sensitive without the proper consultation. Let me also place on the record, Mr. Vice President, that when fishermen and friends of the sea went to the court, straight to the Judicial Committee of the Privy Council, the Judicial Committee of the Privy Council made the point that the government, through the EMA, had done everything that was necessary, including adequate public consultation in relation to the Aripo Savannah for the Kamuto-Manzanilla Highway. So this government is not in the habit of doing things that are not in keeping with things being done environmentally sensitive. Let me also say that the vision document of the government of Trinidad and Tobago, Vision 2030, places the environment at the center of all development in Trinidad and Tobago. Human development and physical development. Let me add that the company that has been established by the government of Trinidad and Tobago to oversee the process for the development of Sandals in conjunction with Sandals has already made an application to the EMA for a CEC. May I be allowed to complete what I have to say? And the EMA is the authority that will determine if there is a need for an EIA without any interference from the government of Trinidad and Tobago. Thank you very much.